Hey, welcome to another Valley Forged. The Wainlux K8, is it a tool or is it a toy? I think it is somewhere in the middle. There is somebody who I would absolutely recommend this laser to, and I'll get into that in a minute. But for the most part, I would pass on this one. Now, I did reach out to the company, and I said, hey, this is probably not going to be a very positive review. And they said, hey, as long as you're not being biased, put it out. So, hey, kudos to them. So again, I really wouldn't personally recommend this. It feels cheap for what you're paying for it. Now, I understand why the price is what it is. I mean, there's a lot to this. You got this whole box. It has doors front and back that shut off when you're, if it's mid laser and you just open the door, it will shut off. It's got a lot of safety features. I mean, there is some cool engineering going on here, but at the end of the day, I just feel like it's going to break and that you're really not going to have any service. The actual software that comes with this is just garbage. Now, you can use it with Lightburn, which is what I was doing, and it worked pretty good, but the camera is not going to work. And even with the app, I saw lots of people are having trouble getting the camera to work. Now, that's another awesome feature that you should be able to use. You have a camera, but again, it's not useful because it doesn't work. But hey, if you were going to take this to a craft show and you had the air purifier, which of course is another $200, they sent that to me. It works pretty good. It's not, perfect, but it works pretty good. I would think good enough to take to a craft show. So if you're outdoors. And so you're outdoors, you've got your air purifier, you've got your K8, and you're just personalizing things, right? So like they sent me some things with it. And here, let me show you. You can see you got your little anodized card. Now, it had trouble doing this. Now, I'm going to say if you have the 10 watt, it's probably going to work great for doing this. And, you got business cards and people want to, hey, buy them and then walk around and then come back and pick them up from you. You can make them personalized. What I would do is I would completely finish something and then only do the personalization with the Wainlux, right? So you could put their name on it. You could do whatever. You can see with the Fido here, they sent this to me. And I think that was kind of a mistake. It's just not enough contrast. I think it did it fine. You can see here in this picture that you can see it etched it perfectly. It just was such a light thing that it doesn't actually etch the metal. It just takes off the anodization. So you don't have enough contrast. And you can see here with the round to it, you can't have a round to it if it's not actually round. And this was not making circle. You can see it here from another angle. When the module came in, it was super loose. So I'm going to go over a couple of the things that the reason why I wouldn't recommend it. First of all, even when I tightened up the wheels, it still wouldn't make a circle, but the way that it came, it was so loose that you weren't even going to get close. The focusing little, you get this little lever that's the focusing thing. That seems like it's just screwed in with like a wood screw. So the screw is tight, but then it's the focusing thing is very loose. There's no way that it's accurate. And eventually it's just going to break. And the platform, it's kind of shaky, and I can just tell that, well, of course, it's not going to be level ever, and unless you just got really lucky. And also, eventually, it's probably going to break. So there's a lot of things on it that just feel a bit cheap, and, then you would be like, oh, well, as long as they got customer service. But I'm just not finding that customer service is super responsive. You can go to the Facebook page and you can go to the Amazon and read the reviews. And I think you'll see that at some points, customer service isn't very responsive. So, you buy a machine for $500 and then it doesn't work. And then what do you got? So overall, though, I think the design is great. I think it's in the right hands, this could be done very well. I guess the problem is at what price and would it be worth it? I mean, you've got such a small little 150 by 150 millimeter spot that you could work on. Is that something that's worth getting, and for what reason? Again, they say it is for a beginner, but I don't think I would recommend this for a beginner, because what happens, it comes in and it's not set up correctly. You can't use their software. I just really can't recommend it. And with the 5 watt, everything that you do just takes so long that it doesn't, it's another issue, right? So you want at least the 10 watt, but do you want to spend that much money for it? So I guess that's what I have to say. Does somebody out there, do you have one? Is it working for you? Are you happy? Please, no comments from the company on that. Let's keep these things real. And are you thinking about getting one? Is there a purpose that you see that I'm not talking about? And I'd be happy to answer any questions on it and point somebody in the right direction. Maybe there's something like this that's different that'll work. I don't know. And I will be keeping my eyes on it. If they do improve this or I find some other information, I will let you know. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Love y'all.